Hi guys, today we are talking about how to stake up your tomato plants or any other plant. So a couple of different ways that you can stake up your plant is you can use cages like we have back here in the background, and I prefer these because they've got more of a, you can just put these on and don't have to do hardly any work now. You can just kind of move the branches up. But they are a hassle in storing them and trying to get them out of the garden and in. So today, this year, we're going to try something new, and that's called the Florida weave. And we're going to show you guys how we do that on these plants right here.
So what we've done to get started is we've went ahead and put our post in. About every 5 plants we put in a new post, and we're just using some hay baling string that we bought at our local farm store.
You want to make
this
sure
is a pretty neat deal. You need to use a string and not a wire or something like that, something that's coarse, that your plants are going to move around with the wind, and you don't want it to cut into your plants.
Yes, your tomato plants are very tender on these top branches. On down, they're not near as tender, but on these ones right here at the top, they're very tender, and that's the ones you're going to be staking up, because here before long, these are going to start laying over if they don't get staked up, because these are going to get as tall as these and probably grow out the top. So you want to make sure that if you use any type of wire or twine or rope, that it's really soft and not hard and not stiff. You want to make sure it can flex.
All right, so what we've done already is we've already tied our end of our string to our first post, and now all we're going to do is kind of just loop it around one plant. Then we're going to go to the other side of the next plant. I'll get it hung on everything. And go to the other side of the next plant, back and forth. That's why it's called a weave. Go back and forth, back and forth.
And this first time, you want to do this several times throughout the season. And this first time, we're going to get kind of low because we have these few that's pretty small. And we want to just kind of get it real low this first time, and throughout the season we can stake them up taller and taller as we get onto this post.
Now you can do this without, raise it up right there on that one. You can do this without cutting the string. I just find it a little easier for me to cut my string each time I go. That way I can tie it the way that I want to. And I just secure it around the line a few times, come back and tie it to itself with basically a half hitch, and do that twice. Then I tie a square knot back into the end of my rope or end of my string. It makes it relatively easy for me to do it that way. It's not necessary to cut that line every time, but we do. So we're going to come back and do the other side now. It spilled out, I'm sorry. How did that even happen? There you go. This is a little easier when the plants are a little smaller. So my suggestion is to do it early, but we only had these 3 bigger ones here on this end, and we didn't want to stake them or tie them up just yet.
And when you get to the end of the row or the last tomato plant, you want to make sure you kind of pull it pretty tight or at least tight enough, but you don't want to pull it so tight that you snap the branches, because it don't matter what you use, you can still snap the branches, because if you pull it too tight, it'll kind of slice the branch off.
Kind of like a little plant guillotine, and that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, you don't want to be able to pretty much play the banjo on it.
Right.
You want to make sure there's still some flex in there.
And the more you do this, the easier it'll get, because your plants will be standing up for you.
Yeah.
And the next time you move up, 8 or 10 inches as your plant grows, we couldn't do the shorter ones out there just yet. But you move up 8 or 10 inches and then tie these again, just do it again. And you do it several more times up the pole. It's a little easier than cages. I hope it's secure as cages. It's our first time trying it. So hope y'all enjoyed this video. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe, all like that.